Yep. Exciting stuff. But the alerts not go out? Everyone busy tonight? Everyone's in bed, that's a problem. Everyone's sleepy, everyone's in bed. That's gotta be the problem. Hey, Mary. Hey, Uncle Buck. So there are people who aren't in bed. Because, like, for 3 minutes, no one was here, so the only assumption I could make was that everyone was in bed. Sleepy and dopey. Hey, Killface. In bed but awake. Yeah, that always kind of sucks. Just laying there trying to sleep and then but you just can't. Hey, Vanna. In bed together? I mean, I'm not in bed though. I got hush puppies. Cool, cool. Before everyone actually started coming in, I was whistling the whistle part from Angle by Rammstein. I had to entertain myself somehow. It's a good song. Rammstein. Yep. Saw a video the other day of them, just a couple days ago. And they were performing Angle in Madison Square Garden. Oh, Rammstein is they are a like a contemporary band. They're metal. They're heavy metal. German. Hey, Rara. Yeah, they are very German. Their songs are all in German. They're probably in like at least in the West, or at least in like North America. They're probably best known for Du Hast. Du. Hey, Sandra. Du hast. Du hast mich. Du hast mich gefragt. Du hast mich gefragt. They're also well known for putting on absolutely insane live shows. By which I mean lots and lots of fire. The lead singer is also a pyrotechnician. So, yeah, I saw a video of them doing Angle live at Madison Square Garden, and dude walked out with these giant metal angel wings strapped to his back. Which, like, how do you wear those and still sing? And then, yes, like halfway through the show, halfway through the song, they start shooting fucking fire. They were goddamn flamethrower wings. Do I dislike hush puppy? I don't think I've ever had a hush puppy. I also saw a video of Rammstein doing Du Hast in Paris. And what do you eat your fried cornbread? Probably not. And yeah, like, again, at one point, guy grabs big ass fucking bazooka and fires a couple of flares over the audience's head, which then set off fireworks that fly back towards the stage and explode behind the band. They seem pretty. So yeah, Rammstein seems pretty wild. Got off your damn phone. No. Ever get other kids lunches at school? No. No, I never did that. How picky I am? Just watched Angle. Yeah, because I got to what you mean by the pyrotechnics. My favorite food. I don't know. Just realized not Angle. Yeah, Engel, as in the German for angel, I think. Hey, Jenna. Rosemary found out she's pregnant and her husband was in bed with her partner, who's a ghost. She went to tell her husband, and then he went right back into bed with his ghost partner, and they woohooed again. I mean, dude wants that ghost nookie. Can you blame him? Now she's angry. Reminds me to watch my stupid episodic shit that locks for 24 hours. The snake lady stuck her foot in dude's mouth and poured alcohol down her leg into his mouth. I've never actually watched the official music video. Hey, Bambi. I've never actually watched the official music video for Angle. Hey, Comic Brook. Like, I'm guessing that's what you're describing, Uncle Buck? Is like Angle official music video? Would be my assumption. I've never actually watched the official music video, I don't think. The first time I ever heard the song, I'm pretty sure the first time I ever heard the song was took two gummies, they have crystals in them. It was an anime music video of Angle being set to scene clips from Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's done really well. Erica's next top model. Pass. Some nuisance streamers ending up in jail for annoying the population of foreign countries. Yeah, I know there was that one dude whose name I've forgotten. Canada's Top Model. Like I remember that one dude. I don't even remember his name, but I do remember that one guy. Which, yeah, yeah, he absolutely brought that shit on himself. Frankly, like when you've got a when you've got a nationwide bounty out on you, you done fucked up. Yeah, the guy in Korea, I think, is who I was thinking of. Dude from Taiwan ended up in jail for 2 years in Cambodian prison. Was it Johnny Somali or something like that? I think that's the guy that I heard about. And yeah, I mean, he's from what I understand, he's got a history of being an asshole, getting kicked out of countries, and then like being an asshole to the point where he gets arrested, and then it's just being, "I'm so sorry, I didn't realize it's being so sensitive. I'm just young and stupid. I've learned my lesson. I won't do it again." And then getting kicked out, going to the next country, and doing the same bullshit. With South Korea being the place that finally that went, "Oh, you're not talking your way out of this one." Hi, Brooke. Snail mucin can cause reactions if you're allergic to shellfish. Homeless man as well. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Hey, Jordan. Vitaly got disowned by Russia and basically said, "Don't come back here." You're the rest of the world's problem now. Today was the last day of school. I feel like in Canada it runs until June, or in Ontario at least. Yeah, end of June here in Canada, June 25th. Took the day off. It was amazing. You need a day off, Jenna? Most of Illinois runs till the beginning of June. Yeah, in Ontario, apparently June 25th is the last day of school here in Canada, or here in Ontario. I think it's like September 3rd until June 20th. It starts the first Tuesday of September, I believe, is when it starts. Why do they do it though? Do they want to go to jail? Because they're assholes. They're assholes, and being assholes gets them views, which gets them money. We start August 1st. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, in Ontario, it's the second day of this, or the first. I believe it's the first Tuesday of September. Most of the time, at least. Give me a second. Yeah, it's the day after Labor Day. So Labor Day is the first Monday in September. So day after Labor Day is when our school year starts here in Ontario. Man, school starting in August? That sounds fucking nasty, honestly. I don't know, man. August is fucking hot. So, like, I mean, so is June, I suppose. But I feel like August is the month where. I feel like August is the month where kids want to be out in the pool and shit, you know? It's one of being rich if you're locked up. I feel like they purposely want to screw their lives. Well, no, they just don't believe that consequences apply to them. Like, they're just the kind of people who don't think they'll ever suffer any actual consequences for their actions. And to be fair, Johnny Somali pulled this shit in several other countries and suffered no actual consequences. We get fall break in September. Yeah, I believe here. I don't think there's any week-long breaks in the first semester. Like starts, beginning September, and then a couple holidays. There's a couple couple holidays in there, Thanksgiving and presumably something else, maybe not. And then Christmas break, 2 weeks for Christmas break. And then when they get back, they've got March break, but in the second semester. There's Molly threat this judge's born with wear a MAGA hat to court. Yeah, because he doesn't. Because he still believes that what'll ultimately happen is that they'll just kick him out of the country. Consequences are for other people. He still thinks that at the end of the day, they're just going to deport him. And he'll go to the next country and do the same bullshit to the same result. That's why our summer is shorter. We get 4-week-long breaks through the year. Yeah, don't. Again, it's been a long time since I've been in any school, let alone high school or elementary school. But feel like March break is the only week-long break in Ontario. And, Christmas break. Feel like Christmas break and March break are the only, like, people in jail for smoking much weed in some countries. Yeah. Entire week for Thanksgiving. Feel like it's only the day up here, but I could be wrong. I'm a look. I'm curious. I'm going to look. School year calendar for 2024-25. Oh, huh. I don't know how to read that calendar. Hey, Alex. There we go. Fucked up today. Aw. And yeah. Yeah, for October, Thanksgiving Day is off, but the rest of the week, they have to be there. Well, that's a Catholic district school board, but I'd imagine I'd imagine the Catholic school board is the same as the regular one. Canada has a school schedule from the 80s. Again, I do want to stress Ontario. It's possible that other provinces might be different. Talk to my ex, and quite honestly, I'm crazy. Yep, you shouldn't have done that, Alex. Hit everything and everyone. I'm saying, yeah, don't talk to your ex. I messaged my ex some funny memes just earlier today, so. Sobs and mathematics. Chantal, okay. Haven't heard from her in a couple days. I did see that she said she feels like shit. Yeah. I did see that her most recent stream was titled I'm Not Okay, part whatever. Why did someone else's pillowcase end up in my laundry dry basket? Eh, who knows? You know, like sometimes when you're doing laundry and like a sock goes missing, it ended up in somebody else's dryer. That's what happened here. Nothing nefarious. I have so many socks missing. Socks I'm wearing are going to have to be thrown out. They've got holes in the bottom. His feet are going to be so warm from the fire. Doing laundry tonight, I'll wash my new socks and then the pair that I'm wearing now will end up going in the trash. But yeah, weird that he brought pillowcase. Like that's a weird thing to. That's just a weird one. Biggest ring. You mean like a wrestling ring? I mean, Chelsea Green wrestled Penta and did a really good job. So, sure. Hey, Rebecca. There's also like a 10-year-old girl who wrestled, I believe it was Will Ospreay. She wrestled to a stalemate. Time ran out before either could finish, before either could win. That was a very cute match. Right to have your coconut split between these legs. Don't think it was Osprey actually. Kenny Omega. And she was 9. Hey, Elf. Hey, Script Goat. Just reading about the time Kenny Omega had a match with a 9-year-old girl. I've never done shrooms. A match? Yeah. Yeah, wrestling match. I was getting done to you when you were live last night. Was your back being blown out? It was great. Good to know. I'm glad you enjoyed your sex. Ass ate too. Oh, were you with Hobo then? Because Hobo was talking a lot last night about ass eating. This guy just moved into a real nice house. You're on in the background, don't worry. Making love to the sensual sounds of me talking about Sailor Moon. Or whatever the fuck I was talking about last night. Thought of learning martial arts? Nah. Thought of me immediately. Oh, you were thinking of me while having sex? Well, I hope the guy doesn't hold it against you. If I said you had a great body, would you hold it against me? Good night, Bambi. He held it against me all right, goddamn. Held it against your held it against your cervix, I hope. If I said you had a beautiful body, would you show me your tits? Um, yeah, that was just bad. See if Alex responds to anyone asking a specific question. I don't have any questions to ask. I don't know what to ask. Besides, I can't ask a question. I'm going to be too busy getting more water. My spell check does that all the time too. How many R's are in strawberry? There's one R in strawberry. No, there's not. I'm sorry, you're right. There's two R's in strawberries. No, there's not. I'm sorry, you're right. There's one R in strawberry. Anywho's. There's been some drama in the comic book world. Specifically the indie comic book scene, the indie comic scene. Been some drama in the indie comic scene. Um, Cartoonist did a comic, did a little strip. So stop trying. No, that's not drama. That's basically expected. Um, but no, some cartoonists did a little comic strip, basically complaining about someone they felt was a mediocre cartoonist getting lots of accolades and praise. She didn't name any names, but um, in the comic strip, her author avatar, uh, asks one of the cheering people, "You actually like this?" And then the person she asks uh, is wearing a white guilt shirt or a t-shirt that wearing a shirt that says white guilt on it. And it's like, no, but we have to pretend. And like this cartoonist did like has been nominated for awards, and she's got a contract with publisher Fantagraphics. And yet she's still bitching about other cartoonists, which is just shitty behavior. And the person wearing white guilt was admitting that they were only pretending to like it, uh, you know, very clearly implying that non-white cartoonists only get praise because they're non-white and not because of any actual skill. So, yeah, people have been mocking her for the past couple days for that, calling her out and talk about what an asshole she is. I have to count stuff so I can get home to my son. Fair enough. And today she put out a clarification about it. Didn't apologize. Didn't take any accountability. The white guilt thing and the white guilt shirt is like, oh, wasn't trying to imply anything about people reading race into it, but I was talking about certain liberal types and blah blah blah. And like, either you knew what you were doing with the white guilt thing, in which case you're racist, or you genuinely didn't think that people would see that and infer racial commentary, in which case you are too fucking stupid to have anything worthwhile to say. Still racist, and also you're still racist. Yes, like the whole clarification was just, I'm just a small being. Why are you being mean to me? It's just so fucking like she's destroyed any goodwill among any of her peers at this point. Like, comic books, like comics, especially indie comics, it's not that big an industry, and people talk. So, like, everyone now is like, oh, well, fuck you then. You're a stupid dipshit. I have no respect for you anymore. Having said that, I don't think she actually. I'm not sure she actually sees other cartoonists as actually being her peers. Like comics are also a very collaborative medium. Even if you're doing everything yourself, it is, you know, you're talking to other cartoonists, you're learning from other cartoonists. Um, you're helping them, they're helping you. And do you actually think they'd have each other's back? Most do. Like most of them do, because I mean they're all fans of each other. um, but there's always people who are just self-centered dipshits who are jealous of other people getting uh, other people being successful, and who just there's always people who see other cartoonists as competition rather than being peers. Like there's a bit of a joke in the like there's a bit of a joke among you know among cartoonists that they're all just circulating the same $20 around buying each other's art. Because I mean, like I said, they're all fans of each other, they're all supporting each other. So it's just same $20 just circulating around the entire field as people buy each other's work. And then yeah. But I mean there's always that one there's always, well, one person is just all about themselves. So yeah, I'm honestly not sure if this cartoonist actually cares about burning bridges with other cartoonists because I'm not sure she actually sees them as being peers. To be by themselves. Yep. And I mean, it's absolutely going to hurt them, and it's going to lead to them stewing even more in their own resentment. I mean, that's ultimately what happens. Like they just, you know, other cartoonists aren't going to be buying their work. They're not going to be networking with them. They're just going to be like, nah, I don't want anything to do with you. Why would I want to talk to you? Why? So you can so you can do some shitty fucking comic about how mediocre I am. Fuck you. Yeah, like that's like every like other cartoons are gonna be like, no, I don't want anything to do with you, and it's going to just have that person, that cartoonist is just going to end up alone and stewing in their own resentment. Probably end up like joining the fucking Comics Gate or something. Join that Comics Gate bullshit to grift off people who hate that comics aren't the way they were when they were a kid, or that comics don't evoke the same feelings that as when they were a kid. Yeah, she's gonna end up being an alt right grifter. So, and even in there, she's not really going to find community because those people, because they're so consumed by resentment, they eat each other all the time. You know, they turn on each other all the fucking time. So, yeah, people are having a good time mocking this person. One of the things she complained about was Cal art style. And people complaining about Cal art style, that's a red flag right there. Um, so it refers to California Arts Academy. Um, what happened is guy who created Ren and Stimpy, John Kay, who's also who is a notorious asshole, and also dated a 16-year-old. Abused a 16-year-old, sexually abused a 16-year-old and called her his girlfriend. So, piece of shit. Guy's a piece of shit. Who gives a fuck what he says about a single goddamn thing? But he was the one who sort of started the sort of originated the term of Cal art style, referring to people from the California Arts Institute. The idea being that they all have like a similar style. Did REM believe they put a man on the moon? Or did they not? I'm pretty sure they believed it. And so, like, Steven Universe, I think, is sort of like the main example of the Cal art style. It's like those sort of like large, like bean-shaped mouths is sort of one of the big elements of it that people complain about and things like that. They just feel like there's they feel like, oh, all the cartoons look the same today. Oh, they all look the same today. What's wrong with hitting specific card stuff? That's fine. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, there are cartoons where like I would probably enjoy the writing, but the art turns me off. There are absolutely art styles that turn me off. But like it's this, oh, all the cartoons all look the same and it's all they all look the same. Fuck off. I don't love Ren and Stimpy's art style, but it is unique. Right, and a lot of shows actually ended up copying Ren and, or at least trying to capture the copying the vibe of the Ren and Stimpy art style. It definitely became a thing for a while in the 90s. Because, hey, that's sort of how entertainment worked, yeah? Oh, this is popular? Well, let's get more things like this. So, I mean, yeah, it's that happens. But it's also like it is worth noting that these artists are very good at what they do. Whether you like the art style or not, the artists are genuinely really good at what they do. And a lot of times, yeah, some shows might have kind of similar art styles, but they're still different enough. Like a lot of, and honestly, a lot of the people accused of using that style didn't even go to Cal Arts. And like some of them, it's like, that looks nothing. Yeah. This cartoon looks absolutely nothing like that one, and you're trying to complain about them being too similar. Problem solvers make me wish those people never did art. I have no idea what you're talking about, Vanna. The problem solvers? But another big element of it, a lot of the people, a lot of the cartoons that get hit with that Cal Arts uh, as a derogatory, a lot of those shows are being made by women. Yeah, like designs by women or things like that. Yeah, like the women are doing the art or whatever. Given what a misogynistic piece of shit John Kay was, and given what misogynistic pieces of shit a lot of his fans, a lot of the people who are still fans of him are, there's absolutely a misogynistic element to the complaints about Cal art style. You know, it's people bitching about something that isn't actually made for them. It's like you are not the target audience of this, so who fucking cares what you think? New York Cartoon Network show. I'm gonna look at the art for the problem solvers because I'm curious. Oof. Yep, I am not liking that art style. Yeah. John DiMaggio, though. Eric Kaplan is one of the writers. He's done a lot of. He's worked on a lot of great shows. Also, apparently, it's not new. It was released back in 2011, Vanna. That's not newer. That's 14 years ago. 14 years ago is not newer. Not new, but not from the 80s. I dare you to even make me shut up. I mean, if you insist, Alex. You dared me, okay? This one's on you, Alex. You dared me, so I had to follow through. Clearly, drew that, drew like that at the age of 8. Yeah, I mean, my suspicion is that you know, like to someone like me who does not draw at all, who knows nothing about art. Yeah, it looks very rough. I wouldn't be at all surprised if people who are artists enjoy might have enjoyed it more. Like there's probably a lot to it that someone like me just doesn't understand the artistry involved. But I mean, it might be that like making it look like something drawn by a kid very well may have been the point. Like making it look like a kid art style might have been a big part of the point of it. Because I mean, sometimes that is. Sometimes you want something that looks like it was drawn by a kid. Blazing bad art. I mean, again, because I know nothing about art, I don't actually like to say that any art is bad. I'll say that I don't like it. And, I'll explain what I dislike about it. But that's me being, that's me expressing my subjective opinion, not trying to make an objective statement about quality. It's objectively ugly. I mean, yes, but again, that might be the point. I mean, that was a big thing in the 90s, was art that was, like in 90s cartoons, was art that looked pretty ugly. Deliberately so. Can't get over it. Fair. But yeah, I mean, like, obviously that was the art style they wanted to go for. They can make more pleasant art. But trying to other grotesque art. Maybe it's nostalgia goggles or a false sense of consistency and symbolism. Yeah, I mean, definitely, nostalgia does play a part of it. I mean, but I mean, it's I'm curious what is. Yeah, I mean, the guy knows how to make art. He does know what he's doing. The style that he went with, that was a deliberate choice. Looking it up on Wikipedia, um, people from art backgrounds did seem to appreciate it more than most people. Labine, thank you for $5. Hope you've been feeling more optimistic lately and continuing to persevere. Don't forget to take care of number one. That's you. I thought number one was peeing. Number one is peeing. Number two is pooping. I never forget to take care of number one or number two. Respectful, but you're not used to that. Look, Alex, all I'm saying is that you dared me to shut you up. What was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? Not follow the dare? What was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? Not follow the dare? not follow the dare when it would be funny? If you're gonna dare someone to do something, you have to make sure it's not gonna be funny. Are you doing what I ask you to do? Only when it's funny. Only when it's amusing to me. You know what's more amusing than that? Banging your mom? Hey, alien tourist. You couldn't? Only because I'd be too busy banging your dad. Twin daughters are graduating high school tomorrow. Hey, congratulations to them. I'm just doing my nails while watching this. Ontario students have another month. We were discussing that earlier because Jordan said that her kid finished school today. Amusement park. Ba-dum-bum. Amusement parks? Weirdly not all that amusing. They end school at the end of June. They just have graduation tomorrow. Got a strange way of doing it. That is weird. Your twin boys will finish the first grade. So tired he could roll on a coaster if he tried. What? Anyway. How's that? Like, because he wants to go to last longer. He loves his teacher. Aww. I was always ready for the school year to end. Because then I didn't have to get up so early. Getting to sleep in? Fuck yeah. Mornings are for suckers. A streaming alcoholic homeless man is kind of wild. You figure Alex is just like Hobo? I can see it. Harass the police? Good. Fuck the police. Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. Sounds legit. Yep. You're an illegal alien. You mean you're not here on a tourist visa, alien? You didn't get a tourist visa before coming to Earth? Jeez. Anywho's. And anyone else have a topic to talk about? Trace visa for Earth was denied due to personal reasons. Was it because of the sheep fucking alien tourist? It's okay. We've all been there. I'm sorry, alien. I shouldn't have implied that you fuck sheep. It's just a fun joke. Know that most songs I listen to on Spotify are older than 2 years old. I mean, yeah, I can believe it. And I can absolutely believe that most songs listened to are older than 2 years old. Making more money from older songs these days than the new songs. I mean, whether they're making more money off those, I mean, Spotify, like, how much are they making off Spotify? You know, album sales still count. Tickets, concert tickets are obviously still a huge thing. So, like, whether they're making more money, hard to say. And beyond that, I mean, like, you know, 5 years from now, those new songs are going to be still getting listened to. Takes me a while to get her into new stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a thing. A lot of people just want what they're familiar with. Most music is just streamed like YouTube through a phone. Going to do too many drugs right now. Nice. You know, it sometimes takes me a while to get around to listening to. That's something you bought to listen to. Last album I bought, actually, funnily enough, last album I bought was this record. Um, yeah, last album I bought would have been Heartless Bastards. Honestly, for music, I mostly just use YouTube and just like, rip from YouTube, which is shitty of me. There's a lot of bands that I really should buy their albums. Bent Knee. I should be buying Bent Knee albums. I should be buying Porridge Radio albums. The Beaches. YouTube to MP3. Exactly. YouTube to MP3. That's how I do it. What would you pay for a good album? I mean, depends. Like for just the album, like for just the album itself, I think $20 would probably be my tops. Heartless Bastards, I spent like $200 to get like you know the album, the vinyl, and a T-shirt, and I think there might have been other merch. I gotta go pee. Give me 1 minute. No CD should be above 30. Yeah, vinyl should be. Vinyl. Vinyl. I'm a little bit more. Not that many new records you can buy for $20. Secondhand, definitely, but not new. Yeah, I mean, I think most like. I mean, like there's like digital as well. selling CDs and DVDs for over 30. Oh, wow. Saw Friends DVD for $6. Who the hell's going to buy that? Friends, was it like a, was it just like a single season or? I don't have Friends. You mean vinyls? Let me take a look at something. Yeah. I mean, I'm just like, so I just like curious, like Bent Knee. Bent Knee was like just a band that I thought of. Had the whole Friends collection bought the year it came out. It's over $300. One of your younger viewers asked me if, when we were in high school, we listened to records. Yeah, records are before my time. Like records were still around when I was a kid, but cassettes were like, I was a kid when cassettes were the main thing, and CDs were sort of just on the rise. Cassettes were still bigger when I was like especially young, but CDs were definitely on the rise. Hey, bye bye. Anyway, Alien Tourist. I just looked up what one of Bent Knee's albums sells for. Um, Digital download is $12. CD is $15, and that's Canadian. And then the vinyl is $45. At least I assume that's vinyl. Yeah, maybe not. It might just be. Can't really tell if that's vinyl or just CD. I think that might actually be CD, but it's like a special edition CD. Coke bottle clear with blue splatter. I don't know. I think it's 12-inch. I think it is a record. Steelers. Hey, don't talk shit about my sheets. Don't you dare badmouth those sheets. Those were a gift from Jordan. You be respectful of those sheets. I never liked Eminem. I was never into rap. I can count on like one hand the number of rap songs I like. Like the main one is Vicious Battle Raps by DJ Format and Abdominal. It's a fun song, and also just like really solid. Yeah, he's it's he's a good rapper. Yeah, Domino is a good rapper, and DJ Format is a really good DJ. That's my vinyl 70s and 80s. The only vinyls I have are from the Heartless Bastards because they're just my favorite band. So anything they do, I buy. I still like a mafia boss. Butthole Surfers. I was never into the Butthole Surfers. Price stand about right. Vinyl is just way more expensive. It is. Um, because the reality is nobody buys vinyl. Nobody listens to vinyl. So I think like it's presumably it's just more expensive to produce, I would assume. I did listen the other day to guy Anthony Vincent did Eminem's Rap God in 40 styles. Most of it was rappers, but he threw in a few other things as well. You know, a little bit of rock, a little bit of metal, a little bit of Frank Sinatra. They still press the albums and people buy them. Yeah, but it's record sale like sales of vinyl records are pretty low. Do you have a record player? No, of course not. Vinyl isn't for listening. Records aren't for playing. What are you talking about, Uncle Buck? Nobody plays records. Records are for looking fancy. How much would you pay to get 4 wisdom teeth taken out? It's got to quit for 4,600. Seems a little high. I had my wisdom teeth taken out when I was a teenager. I don't know what it cost because I think we had dental care. So I have no idea what the actual price would have been. Christmas Perry Como album I play every year, and I don't even celebrate holidays. Yeah, I mean I've got a handful of CDs, and I don't listen to those either. All the music I listen to is just my computer. Speaking of music, I need to check out. Need to get back to the indie rock playlist. Haven't checked it out in a couple weeks. Gonna have a bunch of songs on there to listen to. Love my vibe tonight. Good music. Oh yeah, they put me to sleep. Yes. Yeah, for my root canal, they just use local anesthetic. But for the root canal, yeah, they put you to sleep. Or at least they did for me. They at least put me to sleep. Favorite punk band? Um, I don't know. Good night, Alex. Yeah, does Sleater Kinney count as rock? Like Sleater Kinney, I'd say Sleater Kinney is punk. Sex Pistols. I mean, there's a couple songs I like by the Sex Pistols. My issue with the Sex Pistols is that they were kind of a boy band. Exactly, scapegoat. Manufactured. Like, Sid Vicious couldn't play worth a shit. The only reason he was in that band was because their manager liked his look. Sid Vicious. No, he died a long time ago. Sid Vicious died a long time ago. Yeah, he died in 1979, before I was even born. Huh. Garbage? Oh yeah, I still like Garbage. Their most recent album is solid. I was just looking up Sid Vicious' Wikipedia article. Apparently, he played drums before the Sex Pistols. He played drums for Susie and the Banshees at one show. This was no, he was terrible. Like as I recall, Sid Vicious was a notoriously bad bass player. He didn't know the bass. Actually, it's not fair. It's actually not fair to say Sid Vicious was a bad bass player. Sid Vicious was not a bass player. He didn't actually know how to play the bass. He didn't even play it on their album. One of the other guys in the band did the bass for their album. He didn't know how to play it. The only reason he was in the band was because the manager liked his look. The Sex Pistols were a boy band. He played them fat rails up his nose, yeah, and butt, yeah. Dot backwards is bot. Wouldn't dot backwards be Todd? Or Tob, I suppose? Who do you think is the best harmonica player of all time? I have no idea. Yeah. There are a couple Sex Pistols songs that I do enjoy, but ultimately there was very much a manufactured element to them. The fact that John Lydon is such a right-wing douchebag. They're bots on the channel. My thought on that is that it has been 2 hours. So I'm gonna get going. I think he was a drummer. Like he played drums for Susie and the Banshee for one show. So I think he was like, I think that was like the instrument that he'd initially learned. He didn't learn, like he didn't know how to play the bass when he was brought into the Sex Pistols. So thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.